You can do me a quick favor for our audience who might not know the history of East Cleveland, which used to be one of the wealthiest communities in the country at one point. Can you break down, just real quick, what East Cleveland was versus what it is now?
Yeah, East Cleveland was the first suburb of Cleveland. Suburbs basically, when you look at urban history, is a code word for, really segregating community by wealth and class. What I would say by race and class, so very affluent white people wanted to live in different spaces than even other white people, other ethnic groups of white people and that kind of thing. But certainly, there wasn't many black people that lived here and everything. As a matter of fact, the population of East Cleveland stayed less than 1% white. I mean, less than 1% non-white, not even black, just non-white, probably into the 1950s, 1960s. And that's when it began to transition. But it's the first suburb of Cleveland. John D. Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire, basically his estate was Forest Hill Park. That speaks volumes in itself. All the conspiracy theories that people say, there's a reason why, out of 11 places where there's a Federal Reserve Bank in this country, there's one in Cleveland, because John D. Rockefeller was here. There's also the first suburban industrial park in GE, which is a several acre. I mean, GE was probably one of the other bigger companies, in the world and that kind of stuff. And arguably, even that today, even though they've sold two of the divisions in Nela Park. So let's just say, there's just a lot of wealth and affluence. They had garbage pickup back in the day, about 2 days a week. Imagine them coming right in your backyard, picking up trash twice a week, and that kind of thing. And so East Cleveland was.
They would actually go in the yard and get it.
I believe so. Oh
wow!
And there's like these classic Rockefeller homes in East Cleveland. I would imagine, I think maybe 70% of them are in East Cleveland, and about 30 to 25% are in Cleveland Heights, that were commissioned, I believe, by Rockefeller's son, I want to say, or son-in-law. Well, anyway, so just a lot of history. East Cleveland, well-built infrastructure. If you go in the Forest Hill district, even today, you notice that like there's probably maybe a little bit now, but minimally. I mean, you look up and you kind of like look at the treescape. You won't see any power lines because it was one of the first industrial cities within that part of the city. Because so East Cleveland, even when it was created as a suburb, is divided into different subdivisions. So you're sort of like upper middle class to upper class is up the hill in the Forest Hill district, and then you get to your middle class, alongside between Terrace and Euclid, and then your working class, a little further north down, like the Roselle neighborhoods over there by Chambers, over there by Shaw, and that kind of stuff.